Welcome back, everyone. Next up, we have Bergio International Inc. It trades on the OTC Pink sheets under the symbol BRGO. It was established in 1995, and it holds the Bergio brand. It's associated with high-quality, handcrafted, and individually designed pieces with a European sensibility, Italian craftsmanship, and a bold flair for the unexpected. Please welcome its CEO, Berge Abajian. Welcome, Berge.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for having me back, and I'm very excited to be here.
It's going to be a great day. We've got lots of questions for you, so please present and call me when you're ready for this discussion we're going to have.
Well, I just want to have a small opening here. Oh, okay.
I'm here. Okay. For you.
Okay, sorry.
I just want them to focus on you.
Okay. I just want to have a small, opening here for our shareholders. This call is specifically for my shareholders. Just to tell the shareholders, we got 5,875 shareholders on record. We just put the records from the Noble list. So we got a big following on BRGO. We have transformed this company to a different level. It's not the same company as two and a half years ago. And I want to explain that to my shareholders. I know there's a lot of people have a lot of questions and using very lousy platforms to speak and being manipulated by other people for their own gains. That's why I'm here to really clear up the air and make sure everything goes well, and they are very well informed of what's going on with BRGO. So let's start this discussion.
All right. We have a question from Tony Palmer. Violent move in the stock price yesterday. Is there a short in the stock? Can you explain what happened?
Yes, Tony, I really feel there's a big short in the stock. Yesterday, there was a blur of 100 million shares traded, and suddenly the stock went up to 0.008 from 0.004. A lot of people on other platform, they're using that platform because they have no control. Like the IHOP platform, there's no control. They can say anything they want, and they're using the weak hands so people are selling and they make money on the short. There's definitely short in the stock. If there's a push in the stock going a little buy of a couple of 100 million, this will go up to, 001 or whatever, it will go up. I don't know. I can't tell how it's going to go up. But there's a lot of manipulation in the stock. There's a couple of clowns on the other platform that sometimes I see that post. They're clowns, and they just try to use the weak hands of some people that they're not well studied in this space. So they just go use them, and a lot of people sold when there's no reason to sell. The company is very, very solid, and I will reveal some numbers later. But I just want to make sure, yes, I do feel that there is short in the stock, and there is no reason to sell the stock. The company is more solid than 2.5 years ago, because every penny that we have raised from the S1, from the, you call them convertible, every penny has been put back into the company. The company has no debt. The company has practically no debt. We're very, very clean. We're cleaning Aphrodite's. When we took it, had a lot of debt. We cleaned up a lot of Aphrodite's. We're only down to $1.5 million in debt there. That's it. It used to be 3.5, 3.75. So we're working very hard to clean everything. And now we are moving of getting money to be direct payment back, not convertible. So we have taken, even from our funders, that they used to give us convertible, we are refusing those. We said, do you have a different product that we can use, that we can pay it back in 10, 15, or 20 months? So that's how we're moving the company forward, Anna. So let's move forward. Actually, not Anna, Tony. Sorry, Tony. All right, go ahead, Anna.
It's okay. I look more like an Anna. Ali Rowe wants to know, so the first quarter of 800,000 of preferred D shares were sold. They came with warrants. It looked like it was just paying off the note. So what really happened there?
Is it preferred D or
preferred D?
D or B?
D as in dog.
There was no preferred D shares sold. What was sold is preferred B, Alina. So there was preferred B sold that was for Trillium. That was part of the deal when they funded us to buy Aphrodite's. So they took 5% in preferred, so they converted. So right now, as of today, we only have $80,000 in convertible that the next one is due, I think is in September. The preferred B is converted, everything is converted. And also, I just would like to also tell my shareholders, every time that the convertible comes, I really try to negotiate with the note holder. Okay, like for example, we had a warrant that came due from Octus that we were funded 3 years ago. I fought them down. They wanted 135 million shares. I fought them down to 52 million shares. And so this thing I don't discuss, I don't divulge. But if you read the filing, it will tell you. It's right in the filing. So just to let you know, we fight everybody going forward with these conversions because we know it affects the stock price. So and that's where we are right now.
Thank you for that. Gail Washington says Aphrodite's sales are seeing the fallout from the iOS changes, which means sales are suffering on the Facebook platform. We see you replacing it well on Amazon, but when will we recover the level of sales that were lost? 2 questions for this. Can you quantify what was lost in the iOS transition? And what are your internal parameters for an acquisition?
Okay. Yes, Gail, that was a very smart question. Yes, we had a big change in the iOS changes, and we have an amazing team. I mean, my partner Jonathan and plus our Pakistan team, Omar, Hassan, they are amazing team. Yes, we had to deal with it. Yes, we did have to deal with it. It did not affect us as much as I thought, but it did not give us growth. So what we did is right away we jumped and opened a division on Amazon and Etsy, and we already over $1 million in sales in Amazon, and it's counting around 34% of our sales for this month. So we have to subsidize Facebook because my view is, and I always keep on discussing with my team, Facebook is not going to be the same platform as before. Mr. Zuckerberg has screwed up that platform, so I don't know how it's going to happen, but the other platform is doing fantastic. Amazon, Etsy, TikToks, those are replacing it and better. Why is better? We're spending less money. We're getting a better return on our investment. We don't have to put that much money out. Did it affect our sales for the first 6 months? Yes. Is it huge? No. It's not. It's so funny. I was speaking to Jonathan yesterday, and we discussed it. We said we're a little short on sales, but he feels very confident we can make that number up and more in the second. Because remember, our strongest quarter is the fourth quarter. The second strongest is the second quarter, and the first quarter is the third, and the fourth quarter is the weakest. Third quarter is the weakest. Sorry. So yes, we are a little down in sales, but not big numbers. But we will still hit our numbers and then a little better. But I want it to be, I'm very aggressive. I always want better numbers. So we're doing a lot of restructuring with these data companies that we bought. This digital company, I mean. The digital companies are going through a lot of changes. A lot of companies, small companies, are falling on the sidelines because they cannot sustain the changes, the iOS changes, the expense of ad spends, and all these logistics part and everything else. So we make a lot of changes. Like right now, as we speak, our hands are tight. I mean, when I came in, there was contractual agreements with Aphrodite's, with certain people. I had to wait till those are done so I can make decisions. So right now, we're making one move alone. Hopefully in October will be done. That will save the company between $200,000 to $250,000 on what do you call logistics. So there's a lot of things going on. We're in a process of cleaning up, and I mean, it's a process. I mean, we only have it for a year and a half. I mean, and we are going to the right direction. But it's remember, Jonathan did a great job with the team, a Pakistan team. But remember, me coming on board, I'm more of an old-timer businessman. So it's a good two generation coming together, and it's creating a big push forward to a great company. But again, we have to go through our pains here and there, but it's not as bad as people think. So it's okay. We're doing good. We're going to be a little low on what I like, but we can catch up in the fourth quarter.
Thank you for that answer. Carrie Dixon says, Don Wilson's company Gear Bubble cost shareholders massive dilution for a company that just isn't performing on the revenue side. There's new management there, but what other corrective action can or will be taken to balance this out for shareholders?
Well, Carrie, it's a good question too. I'm getting good questions. I love those. Okay, those are really business questions. Yes, Carrie, you're 100% right. I was Don did not perform as I thought, but the gentleman wanted to, had personal situation he had to address, so he stepped aside. At least he came to us, to the board, and stepped aside, and he's on the advisory position for the new CEO. He's still advising the CEO a lot. I mean, Don is a very, very smart person. Yes, Gear Bubble did not perform as I thought. Yes, we thought it would perform better, but right now again we have moved forward with the new CEO. It's taken, it's going to take him a little bit, but remember, it's a plus because he was from the inside, but he was doing more digital courses and stuff like that. But right now he's moved into a CEO position. He's doing a great job, Brandon. But now what we're doing is we're introducing jewelry. That is the key. Introducing jewelry is the key for Gear Bubble to be their margins to improve. That's very important for us because remember, we're selling mugs and T-shirts. Those are low margin items. Now we're selling jewelry. We'll have our high margin item. Also, what we're doing, I just wanted the shareholders to know, I'm taking the whole company, 5 people on the executive team of Gear Bubble, and even I'm flying a gentleman from Pakistan who's assisting us from Aphrodite, assisting Gear Bubble. He's going to fly with us to Vietnam. We're going to Vietnam on the 8th of September, and we'll be there for a week. And we're going into 3 cities to meet our sellers, meet our power sellers. They do over $1 million, $2 million a year. We're trying to energize them that we're back, we are here. So we will be doing that trip twice a year. And I'm going myself to be there. And it's not fun, trust me, being all the way up to Vietnam for 7 days and seeing 3 cities, it's a lot of work. But we're going to do it, and that's what we realize it's needed. Yes, it's not what it is, but at the same time, we have stopped paying Don whatever is owed for him, so it's been put aside. Whatever we paid him, but we stopped when he stepped away. So right now we are trying to clean that company. The company is still giving us revenues. It's not what I like. I mean, we closed, it's not what I like. But remember, their strongest quarter, again, is the fourth quarter. They can do $7 to $10 million in that quarter alone. So so what we do right now, we're prepping ourselves for the fourth quarter. It's very important because that's the quarter that will be making a lot of money. Also, we're improving on the digital courses that makes us a lot of money for the bottom line now. So we created a digital course right now on Amazon that is exactly what all the data that we have from Aphrodite. We created a course that a lot of sellers are buying it. So when they buy that course, it's all profit. There is no cost of goods sold except the course itself. So we are moving the right direction. Am I tweaking the company? Yes, we are tweaking the company. We're doing a lot of things on it, but don't think I'm going to just sleep on it. That's why I'm flying to Vietnam, taking 4 or 5 people with me. So just to energize our base seller. And one of our major competition to Aphrodite, to Gear Bubble, they're going through the changes too. They're going through big changes, and they lost a couple of executives. So the market's going into different changes, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're not where I like to be, but we're doing okay. We're stable.
Thank you for that. Chris Connor wants to know about John Foltz, the 18 months after purchase and the warrant in July. Do you have a plan to make an adjustment?
What I mean, can you repeat that question again, please?
Yeah, and we might need to get more clear from Chris, but he asks about John Foltz, the 18 months.
Yes, our partner.
Yes, the 18 months after purchase, has warrant in July. Do you have a plan to make an adjustment?
Adjustment for what? I mean, what do you want? I mean, to replace John Foltz?
Well,
no. Is that what he means? No, we're not making any adjustment. I love my partner. He's a great guy. I tell you, there was a culture shock between generation here, but we get along well. No, Jonathan is a great man. He's a great person. He's very intelligent. He's very well thought of in the digital space. He does a lot of masterminds. So no, we're not changing. No. That top management is not being changed.
Crystal Banks says the authorized share count was upped to 9 billion shares. What's your plan for the 6 billion share issuance?
This is the question I want to answer, because again, you got the yo-yos on the, I'm going to call them yo-yos, and on the other platform that they just manipulate the stock. Those 9 billion shares that we had to put them on because we had intention of uplisting this company. So the uplisting process demands a lot of shares. So we did not want to stop in the middle of the uplisting. So we had to increase the authorized. The authorized is not going to be used. Okay, let's stop this nonsense of that I raised 9 billion to sell billions. And no, because there's certain. We had certain warrants, because the SEC counts those. And if you don't have enough shares authorized, they will stop the whole process. So right now, the reason we raise it is to have enough shares if we want to uplist, so we'll be ready. Right now, that is not going anywhere. So this is has been uplisted just for precautious reason. That's it. And plus, also, we have to register a billion shares, which is going to be registered soon on S8, because we have a what do you call stock option plan for our employees. So we need to have shares in place to give the stock option plan for our employees for performance. So I don't want people now to go crazy when they see the S8 being filed the next week or so. So that is it. We're obligated when we buy this company to give the management, everybody, stock option plan. Like everybody does it. GE does it. I mean, even Amazon does it. Everybody does it. Our friend Zuckerberg, Facebook does it. Everybody. So that's it. But it's not being used for me or for anything else. This is some corporate structure that has to be followed. We have to know the rules and regulation, what is needed, and that's what we're doing. That's it. It's not going to be used for dilution, but just to have it because we were going to uplist and we needed that to cover all our bases.
Thank you for that. Claude Jones says, as of March 31st, there was 2.6 billion of convertible PFD stock and 800 million in warrants and 270 million convertible PFD shares for a total of 3.7 billion in overhang. Any plans to consolidate this so it's not as dilutive to shareholders?
I don't know if you are discussing the 002 warrants open for Trillium. Maybe that's what he's discussing. Well, right now I am in the process because the 002 warrants, they cannot be converted because they have to be converted at 002, and they cannot be converted because the price is below that. So we are in the negotiation stages with Trillium to figure out maybe we can buy those warrants and for lesser amount and get them out of the way. So we are looking at this kind of things. We don't have anything hanging right now. The only thing we have is an $80,000 for 6th Street funding note, convertible note that is due in September. So I don't know what we're talking about the rest. If you can clarify, I'd love to answer that question.
Okay, if you can clarify that, Claude, please do in the question section. We'll move on to Michael Sheridan. Why was conversion price of the convertible securities changed from 0008 to 0005? And do you expect it to change further?
No, it's not gonna change any further. And I need to ask about why it changed, but I will ask about no, it's nothing gonna be changed. We're done. Okay, there's nothing gonna be changed. Whatever you read is what you get. And I mean, let me tell everybody, please, the 5,875 shareholders I have, we have, as a small OTC company, we file like a NASDAQ company. Look at our filing. We don't miss a beat. If somebody sits down and reads this document, he will know exactly what we're doing because there's nothing hidden. Everything's in black and white. So I don't know why people are flipping out when they knew exactly when I took the company from 600,000 up to $20 million or 15 or 11 million for the first year. I don't know where they were surprised. They knew it's coming. Okay. And so everything, please read the filing. There's nothing hidden. We don't do that. And so we got 3 accountants working for us. I mean, all the numbers are perfect. We have crisscross numbers that we make sure everything matches, everything's perfect. We have an internal accountant that prepares it for our auditors. So we do everything right. Okay, so we don't just cut corners. There's nothing cut in here. I mean, even though we never cut corners. Even when we were a smaller company, we always did the proper filing. We never misled our shareholders. There was never anything that we wrote that was not correct.
Okay. Bob Graves asks, do you have a gag order on the transfer agent? Why hasn't OTC Markets adjusted the authorized by now?
There's no gag order. We got the yo-yos on the other platform that post the outstanding every week or every month. So I don't know. There's no gag order. How are they getting those numbers? I don't understand that. And they're correct. So, but the funny part, those yo-yos, they're not posting anymore the outstanding because it's not going up. Because the dilution has slowed down tremendously. I mean, it's going to be a little bit left, but there's not much anything that is serious. So no, there's no gag order because, again, it's being posted on iHub practically monthly by a couple of yo-yos there. So I don't know how they're getting the numbers. Okay.
Melinda Fletcher wants you to share your vision for the NFTs and how can you make money on them? Will you recap Mother's Day sales as well?
Melinda, it's a beautiful question. NFTs and crypto has changed, right? The last month, it has crashed by 2/3. So things have changed. That's the funny part about the digital world, because the digital world is being infused, is being fired, or how do you the right word? Is being energized by all these millennials that they keep on buying this crypto and this and that, you know? So yes, we wanted to go into the NFT space, but NFT is already being paid by Ethereum, and Ethereum is down to $1,000 per Ethereum. So everything crashed. So who was fueling the NFTs was all the crypto owners. Right now, the crypto owners have lost 2/3 of their money. Okay, so I think NFTs has slowed down, and it's going to slow down. Okay, but are we looking into that space? Yes, we are looking into that space. Okay, we're gonna look what the opportunity we have, because we at Bergio, the design company, we have something real to show, to give. It's nothing. It's not a picture of a bored monkey. Okay, it's real jewelry that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's so funny. I went back to the NFT conference where I was interviewed by very important networks because I'm one of the few that's showing real stuff. And I sat down in the crowd when what's his name, Mark Cuban came up, and the question that was asked to him, because he was pitching his company, then a lady came in and she asked him, says, "You're in an NFT conference. What do you think about NFTs?" He said, "I don't believe in NFTs. I don't believe in crypto. What I do, if you like the NFT, is like a painting, you buy it." So what they're selling, it's all, again, it's between them. It's nothing that is going to be like this $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. I don't know where they're going to go with that, because it's just a picture of a drawing, pixel or this, whatever. But when you do with Bergio, that's what we're trying to do with Jonathan and the team. We're working on it right now, is we are going to make that into real jewelry that is physical, that is tangible, that is there, that you can touch. That's what we're going to do. Yes, we're still looking into it, okay? But we have to see the market, how it's going now with the crypto and the NFTs. And
a quick follow-up, can you recap Mother's Day sales?
Yeah, we had a decent Mother's Day sales. We did over $1 million. I mean, we're a little down, but not much down. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing. Mother's Day was not that bad. Would I like it better? Yes, but it's not as bad.
Jan Hines wants to know when the new portal for wedding jewelry is supposed to hit. How developed is it in terms of percentage of completion? And will it launch in time for next year's wedding season?
I want to do that immediately, but again, every time you do that, every time I want to approach it, something else comes up that I have to focus on, because that has to be 100% my focus. Because Jonathan and all the other teamwork, they just prepared the platform. I gotta come out with a design. So every time I approach that, it always I get sidetracked. This is my utmost attention. Yes, I want to launch the bridal business. I don't want to do. I want to do something unique. I don't want to do like everybody else. Okay, so yes, it's still on my utmost, and I really want to know if my attention I can put my attention there. Then I can have it launched in 6 months, and we are almost there with getting designs back and forth. and negotiating with diamond dealers to be able to to work together on the stones, on the diamond and the center stones and stuff like that.
Great. How is the integration of the manufacturing facility in Armenia? Asks Oscar Santos.
It's doing well. We have no problem, no issue. They delivered to us. We had, we just started there, and it's working good. It's working good. It's working very good, and we have no problem. That is the least of my issues is the manufacturing, because that's my backbone. I understand it very well.
Got it. Eliza Katimba says, as of today, what is the Bergio outstanding share count? Are you satisfied with this high share count? Are you constructing a plan to reduce it? Discuss.
Well, right now, is it when she said reduce it, you mean reverse split? Is that what she's talking about? I don't know. I mean, I think we have 3 billion something, and we knew there was going to be 3 billion and change in the market when we started this whole process 2.5 years ago or 2 years ago. We knew that this is going to happen. So no, it is going to stay what it is. We're not going to do any reverse. I'm going to tell this to my shareholder. I get this every damn day. I'm not reversing the stock except for 2 things. If I do a huge acquisition, which we're working on some, we're looking at some, okay? Or if we are uplist to NASDAQ. If we stay the course like we are right now, nothing going to be reversed, nothing going to be done. We're just running a company.
Okay. And Wendell Fuller asks, how many items do you have now in your gallery, and how many more are in the works?
A window, a gallery, you mean in Aphrodite's? Is that what she's talking about? How many items? How many SKUs? Is that what she means or he means? Okay.
I don't know.
Can you clarify, please? Can you clarify, please?
Let's get clarification on that. And Sam S. asks, do you have a year-end revenue target, and how are you tracking it?
Yes, Sam. Usually, let me tell you something. I want the audience to see this, all my shareholders. Usually in the jewelry industry, whatever you do the first half, you should double it for the second half, okay? So if you have a decent, listen, we don't know what's going on out there with the situation, with the market, with the inflation, with the gas prices. Things are getting, very hairy here and there. People are very scared, But one positive things we have is that our major business, which is the $39 to $69, that is inflation, resistant a little bit, because it's a cheap, it's not an expensive item that people can buy for their loved one, but they don't have to spend thousands. So we have that Aphrodite's gift bubble has some kind of a inflation resistant there. But as far as I'm looking at, I would like to end the year around 20 million. I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna confirm that till I see what's gonna come out in the fourth quarter. Maybe things will change in the fourth quarter a little bit. But the way I'm looking right now is to be safe. It's between 15 to 20. That's what I'm looking at. And if we hit a home run in the fourth quarter with my trip to Vietnam and get some top sellers, we might hit over 20.
Okay. We got some questions from Bobby Fisher. I'll start with one. Why hasn't the profile been verified on OTC markets? It hasn't been verified since January 1st, 2022, nearly 7 months since it's been updated on OTC. Why?
Honestly, I haven't looked into it. Honestly, it's my fault. If you want to be, Bobby, if you want to be in my share, you will not even have time to make a phone call. Okay, I wake up at 5 and I go home at 7, 8. So yes, maybe I'll open it up today and I'll look into it. I'll have somebody look into it, and then see what has to be changed. There's not much to be changed. The last time I looked at it, maybe the outstanding. I don't know. I'll check. But it's my fault. I don't know. I didn't look at it. I'm sorry.
Bobby also asks, he thought you said in the past you didn't make any money because the filings in July 2021 show you awarded yourself 500 million unrestricted shares. Can you explain that?
Well, those are the shares that were given to me when I made all these acquisitions. They have not been used. They have not been they're just awarded to me. Doesn't mean that I use them. Do I might use them down the road? Maybe. But those were just shares that were awarded to me, but and to make those available, it takes a long time. So, and I'm not allowed to sell 500 million shares. Just to let the audience know, I'm only allowed to sell 1% of the outstanding per quarter. So it's not much. So I'm not looking at it right now. You just brought it to my attention. I even forgot about it. I'm focusing on a company that was awarded to me because when I brought all these acquisitions and things like that. So that's where that comes from.
Rob Herrera asks if you put out guidance. What are the numbers you're expecting to hit in the final 2 quarters of 2022?
I would like to do between, honestly, we did 5.7 million the fourth quarter last year, right? So if I can do 7 million in the fourth quarter and do like maybe 2 million in the third quarter, because the third quarter is the weakest quarter. So that's why I'm being very conservative with my projection. I would like to be around the 15 to 20. Again, my trip to Vietnam is a big trip. When I go there, if we can grab the attention of a couple of large sellers, there's a lot of sellers in Vietnam. It's a big hub. If we can bring back on board a couple of big sellers, because I'm there, the CEO is there, and the CEO of Green Bubble is there, then we can see 20, 22 million. So it's all up to that, but I'm comfortable around 15 million to 20 million, between 15 to 20 million.
Great. And Mitch Santiago wants to know, how's the retail brick and mortar jewelry business doing now that the lockdowns are over?
Believe it or not, it's doing okay. I mean, we did okay. We did an event 2 weeks ago. I had to go down. It's doing well. It's doing well. It has its challenges, but it's doing well. I mean, it's steady. There's no fluctuation. It's steady. We're doing okay. I mean, there's no changes there. The positive part about that business is the margins are high. So the margins helps us all the time. But remember, the majority of the business comes from online. So that one is like a million or 1.5 million or something. So it doesn't, but the margins are great. So that's what helps us. And but it's steady. There's no problem.
Great. Matt Collins wants you to share some of Aphrodite's metrics. Here are his questions. What's the value of the shopping cart? How many visitors daily? How long do they stay on the site? And what metrics are you measuring and how have they improved? Okay,
do me a favor. Okay, now you're going to space. I need to have somebody assist me with that. Let him email me. I'll give you my email, Berge, BERGE @BERGIO.com. Put all these questions. I'll pass it on to Aphrodite's and they'll fill in all the open blanks. And then he'll have all these questions answered properly.
Got it. Marie Gonzalez wants you to discuss the relationship between the money raised by the convertible securities and the current revenue of the company. How much is the gap in sales versus expenses, and how much revenue from these instruments is necessary?
Well, listen, I mean, we trying to bring the gap down. Okay, we are spending a little more than we like. But again, like I mentioned to you in the beginning, that we have contractual agreements that we couldn't touch. So, I mean, we are going to make these companies lean. After that, I mean, Gear Bubble is lean. Bergio, I mean, Crown Lux is lean. The only one that is a little bit that we're spending a lot of money, it's Aphrodite's. So we are looking into that with Jonathan and Umar. We are looking at different angles where we can save the company money, where we can cut, or where we can have other people do the work for us. So we're looking at different angles. Am I happy with it? No, I really want to bring it down. But again, my hands are tied. You go buy a company, they have contractual agreement. You can't do anything about it. You got to wait. Okay, so thank God we survived 1.5 years. Am I happy? We're overspending? No. But we are cutting. We cut a lot. Remember, we paid over $2 million in debt in that company. So the beauty part about that deal was we didn't give anything to Jonathan. The deal was to pay up to a certain amount to pay debt down. So that's what we're doing. We're paying debt down, but we would like to finish this whole thing within 6 months to a year and turn it to be profitable Aphrodite's, and then we should be in good shape.
Great. And Michael Sheridan wants you to confirm whether or not a reverse split is planned.
I spoke about this before. There's no reverse split plan at all. Please, these yo-yos on the other side again, they are just manipulating the stock. I'm looking right now. People are like, I don't understand. They have so much short on the stock. People are manipulating. There's no reverse split except if I uplist the Nasdaq, that is, I'm required, or if I do a huge deal. I'm talking multi-million-dollar deal between a huge deal that will benefit the whole deal. I might, but we're not looking to do reverse split at all.
Lias Panaguetodis, that was a horrible pronunciation. Lias says, can you discuss the results of the store in Gloucester, New Jersey? Any updates on that?
Why only Gloucester?
That's what Lias wants to know, and there's some more questions as well.
Lias, the store in New Jersey does well. It's a different kind of store than Atlantic City. Atlantic City is like a little shopping center, so people walk in the aisles, and we got connected with the casino. We got comps from the casino that they buy a product with comps and stuff like that. Atlantic's a Gloucester store is more one-on-one. They take appointment with me. My staff, they take appointments when I'm available, so I can sit down. I do designs, I do this, I do that. Like right now, I'm doing a bangle for $20,000. I have another chain. I have to do a chain for $7,800. So the ticket items are higher, but it's more one-on-one. It's more by appointment. But we're open, but it's more. It's a different kind of a store. We've been here for about 8 years. We've got a lot of return customers. You know what's the funny part? Not the funny, the intriguing part is that our bags coming from Italy are flying off the shelves. So right now I'll be going to Italy July 1st to have a meeting with the manufacturer to do more and design more because I'm going to use that opportunity because the jewelry industry is closed the first week of July. I'm going to use that opportunity to go there and do work. So we're going to go and do work and design more bags. The bags are really amazingly very strong in our business that we introduced about 2.5 years ago or 3 years ago. So I don't know. I mean, that's where we're going. So it's not a jewelry store, Bergio. Bergio stores are more of a branded stores. So everything in there is Bergio. We don't sell other product. So that's helping the brand a lot. And also we're looking at other opportunity. I spoke to other casinos. We might open one more store. So, but I want to take a step at a time because we have a lot on our plate. I wanted to make sure we make the right decision.
Sounds good. He's also asking, what is the reason for all the recent dilution? Might be redundant, but can you detail where the extra funds are going? Is it new products, advertising, and what will this extra spend do to future sales? We haven't had any new we haven't had any new notes that came on board. Okay, and even though we took $100,000 note from a previous note holder that does convertible, but we came to an agreement with him that we don't want to do it convertible. We want to pay you monthly for 10 months. And you make your profit and get out. We don't want you to convert into stock. So we're not getting any new note. The last quarter, I think we had one added or two added, but this quarter we had 0 added. So we don't have any notes added. We haven't had anything wild. I mean, we stabilized. I mean, listen, guys, understand this. Taking 2 companies from $600 to $20 million, or I mean, it is a lot of expenses. Our legal bill alone, our auditor's bill was over $200,000. I mean, all this money had to be paid one way or another. Okay, so was it a shock? Yes. And now, if we do a new acquisition, it's not going to be as bad because we already have a foundation. Okay, so now we're looking at companies between 27 to 30 million. I'm looking at a company over 100 million. So we're looking at bigger companies. We're not looking at small companies anymore. I mean, I have 5-7 million. It's not to my interest. So we're looking at bigger companies because where we are right now, we don't want to go down. I mean, I don't want to have more headache. I'd rather have a bigger company that has a structure that is easier to manage than going into a $7 million company, which is a one-man army that I have to build all the infrastructure. Connie McCormick asks, I'm going to mispronounce this, but what about the Octus warrants? Is that how you say it? Have they exited, or are they still in the deal?
I just addressed that. Octus had warrants that came due about, no, it was due many years back, but they decided to activate it this year. I think it was the second quarter. I called them up. I said, guys, you can't get the 150 million share or 130 million share. You're not going to get it. I said, if you want, then we got to talk, or we got to go into different aspect of this. They respected me because we have a mutual in respect to each other. They said, okay, what can we do? I said, I'll give you 50 million shares and you're out of the way. And they already converted 3 months ago. They converted, sold, and they're done. They're gone. So they're gone. They're not in our books anymore.
We've addressed Gear Bubble, but we have some more questions. Kim Richardson has quite a few questions. We'll take it one at a time. With the Gear Bubble acquisition, we owe them a bunch of money monthly. Are you still paying them because the company was supposed to easily generate that cash flow?
No, I mentioned this in the beginning. We stopped paying the balance. It's in our books, but we stopped paying the balance. So no, we're not paying them till we figure out what Gear Bubble, how we're gonna move it forward. Because Don made a decision. He wanted to step on the side. I said, hey, this is hurting the company. So he yielded till we figure out what we're gonna do. No, we're not paying him right now.
And what about the subscription model for Gear Bubble? How much recurring revenue does it produce monthly?
It's producing nicely, and that's what we call it SaaS, S-A-S. And that's what Brandon is focusing on. It is producing nicely for us. I really don't know the real number, but it is producing for us, and we're building it up. I know we increased it by 20%, and our digital course has done very well on Amazon. Nobody has a course like ours on Amazon because we have the real data to back it up from Aphrodite's. We are very unique. I mean, Aphrodite's jumped to $1 million in the shortest period ever. I mean, we're doing very well on that, and we increased our store on Amazon for Aphrodite. So that's where we are right now.
Neil Kava says you projected 20 million in sales for 2022. Are you standing by that after approximately 2 million in sales in the first quarter?
Well, we're going to be around close to 5 million, I think, close to 5 million for 2 quarters. So, like I mentioned before, usually you take the way the industry works is the second quarter, the second half. I mean, it's double the first half. But again, we have a wild card here. My trip to Vietnam. If we can catch one power seller, we call them, they do $1 million, $1.5 million with you. We might have even more than double. So yes, I'm softly standing by that 20 million. I'm softly there, but I'm around 15 to 20, yes, in that range.
Okay. And Bobby Fisher, what do you think the recession will do to BRGO, making 20+ million in gross sales revenues in the U.S.?
Well, the recession has hit everybody. I mean, it's across the board. It's crazy, but like I just told you, our product is recession free because it's the price point is perfect. I mean, you're still gonna buy your loved one a necklace for Mother's Day, for her birthday, for this, but you're not gonna go buy $5,500, $5,000 piece. You will buy a $50 piece. Remember, our market is like 80. Our demographic is 80% of the market because we sell, the 60 and below. So we should be able to be good. Our item should be recession free. We should be in good shape there. So I'm not that worried, but I am worried. Okay, like everybody else. I don't want to go politics. I don't want to go into politics here. But I'm not happy the way things are happening, and that's that's my position.
No one should be. Anyway, Andres Anez asks, when you anticipate dilution, when will that slow down?
Well, Anez, it has slowed down a lot. I mean, like I mentioned to you, I keep on saying they're yo-yos, they're clowns. On the other platform, they stop posting because there's not much dilution happening. Okay, there's not much like before. Yes, yes, it did happen for about 6 months when the notes came due. Everybody started converting and sold and did and that. But I think we're stabilizing at 777. I would love it to be at 005, 008. I will love it. I will love it if it's there. Okay, and it can be there. Trust me. Look at yesterday. We had a little push. Like today, some clowns sold. Okay, I'm looking at the thing, but it's still stabilized at 006. It's going to be 006 or 7. So they're trying hard because they're shorting the stock. That's why they dump about 30 million shares to scare people, so people sell more, so they make money. So it's all a game. That's why I don't like the OTC market. The OTC market is very manipulated, especially in my level. OTC Pink, it's manipulated, and there's nobody, it's not like when you go to NASDAQ, and that's why I want to move it to NASDAQ, to be more regulated, to get the right investor, get the institutional investor, and get everything under control.
Also, your most recent quarter states $700,000 in convertible notes and $900,000 in loans payable. Are those loans backed by stock as well, or are they conventional loans?
They only have 80,000 in convertible note left. That's it. Today, let me explain to the shareholders. Okay, first of all, there's no fraud. All this stupid under the yo-yos that they try to get these things. There's nothing going fraud here. I've been public for 13 years. Okay, I file every quarter. I file every year. We got regulated. Everything is dotted. Okay, now this company, Bergio standalone company, has $9.1 million. Listen to me well, everybody. $9.1 million in stockholder equity. That stockholder equity, times that by 5, which is the market gives you 10 times, 10x. I'm going to go to 5x. Our market value or market cap should be around $45 to $50 million. Today we're $2.5 million. It's a joke. It's a joke. I don't want to speak so I manipulate the stock. I'm not telling anybody to buy, but it's a joke. But the real investors I speak to, that they call me, they bought Bergio, they know it's a joke. How can you have a $9 million stockholder equity and your market cap is 2.5 million, 2 million? It's a joke. So please read the filing and see what's going on. There's no fraud going on in this company. Don't believe those yo-yos. And one of those yo-yos that I know, he's been with me for 13 years, and he made a lot of money on BRGO. Okay, so please. Just listen to yourself, do your due diligence, and then buy the stock. If you don't want to buy the stock, I still love you. Go on with your life, but do not believe other people. Please, go ahead.
So what are your plans to increase shareholders' value? In addition to the Amazon, Walmart stores, what will you do to keep expanding to increase your revenues?
I'm looking at 2 big acquisitions right now. 2 big. I already have an offer out. That came back. They were not happy with what I offered for the company. It's a big company, about 27 million, and they're jewelry. They're not e-commerce. These are real jewelry with assets. Okay, I shifted my attention from e-commerce and and digital companies into real jewelry companies that have assets. Okay, so we are trying to see if we can renegotiate that deal. I'm working on another deal, which is I'm looking at these every day because they know I'm active in the marketplace. I'm getting deals daily. Okay, my team is doing evaluation. My team is doing analysis on the numbers, crunching the numbers. I just got a digital company that came in yesterday with their financials. They do about 7 million. So I get this every day. So you see, my day is beautifully fully packed. So sometimes I do miss something. Yes, I do miss. I'm a human being, but otherwise I'm working on all that.
Berge, what about any mergers or joint ventures that will boost sales? And are any of those in the works?
Exactly. Yes, Anna. Yes, we're working on it. Yes, that's the only way I'm going to do it. Yes, we're gonna add companies. Trust me, I'm not stopping, and we're gonna add. And I have power behind me. We have power behind me that I can buy up to $150 million. I can buy companies up to 150, 200 million. I can, but I need to be in the right place. To be in the right place, I got to be in the jewelry industry. Right now, at the digital side, I'm putting it on hold. Not on hold. I mean, I'm going to continue what I'm doing, but my new addition is going to be in the jewelry industry.
Jerry Carroll said, you mentioned that you had access to bank money. Have you finally closed a banking deal?
Yes, we have access to bank money. Like I told you, I negotiated with my with my previous note holders that they do convertible, I negotiate a deal with them to give us money the same way, but not convertible. So what they do is we pay them monthly. So it's a contract to pay 10 payment, 11 payment. Like I just took $100,000 from 6th Street, which they own the $80,000 note. But we came to an agreement for 10 payment. I just paid them one payment last month. I'm going to pay them a payment next week. So that's how I'm doing it. Yes, that's how I'm doing it.
Okay. And Eliza K has a few questions. I'll start with one. Why does the Aphrodite's website have over a dozen jewelry items that have been labeled sold out since Christmas 2021? Are these products discontinued? Are more of these products coming in?
It's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, I have to. I mean, we get on calls every day, but I never knew that. So let me make a note for myself. Okay. So yeah, I'll make a note for myself. Yeah, I'll find out why.
And Eliza also asks, how do you stop customers from becoming frustrated with long-standing sold-out labels?
I don't know. I'll get back to you. If she can email me on the email I gave you, berge@bergio.com, I'll forward it. I have an answer from Jonathan.
And do you have plans for launching a new website and new jewelry items and SKUs?
We're always looking at that, yes. But remember, there's a very sensitive line here, a very fine line we're walking on. If I'm looking at acquisitions, I don't want to go spend $50,000 or $30,000 on a website when we can see what that other acquisition has that we can integrate together and see what we can do together. Yes, are we going to upgrade our website? We did upgrade it once already. We're going to see how we're going to upgrade it better. Yes, but remember, I'm busy, as I said, with acquisitions and new ideas and new concepts moving forward. So yes, we're always looking to really, improve ourselves.
Elsa also says, as CEO, what steps will you take to gain back shareholders' trust and help raise the BRGO share price?
Listen, if you want to really I want to gain their trust. Listen, what I've done in 1.5, 2 years is that should be enough. Okay, they're gonna say, oh, you diluted, you did this, you did that, you did fraud. No, I did not do any fraud. I did not dilute. I had to do this to get where I am right now. Also, to gain the trust, I've been around for 13 years. Okay, I've been filing for 13 years. Even the other yo-yos that they speak, because they lost one time on the stock. I mean, I'm not here to promote my stock. I'm here to do a job for my shareholders, to work hard to get where I am. Today, I'm very respected in my field. They know who I am. They know I'm a straightforward. You guys don't understand how much I fight for you guys. I fight with every note holder every single day, okay? I'm not here to sit down and just think I'm taking advantage of you. I'm not taking advantage of anybody. I'm working my butt off here. I fly all over the world. I meet with a lot of important people. That's why I got this company where it is right now. Otherwise, we would have closed a long time ago. An average life on the OTC market, a newcomer, is only a year or 2 years. I'm around for 13 years. So I put my own money in this company, and the company still owes me $475,000. I've done everything to make this company survive. So like I said before, the name on the door is my name. Is Bergio, is Berge. So I have pride in this. The industry does not care if I'm public or not. The industry cares about Berge Abajian. I'm able to get a $500,000 stone, $1 million stone, $100,000 stone, 50,000 credit because of my name. So I have a lot on the line here. Okay, so you should really feel comfortable. Any public company that the CEO does not have skin in the game, I would not invest money in it.
So Elsa K has some suggestions, asking, is there talks about Aphrodite offering a men's collection of earrings, necklaces, and bracelets? I'm sure women would buy jewelry for their spouse or boyfriend while shopping for themselves on Aphrodite's. You could possibly name it Apollo or Atlas, the collection, something like that.
Yes, we are. We are launching a men's line. I think we got the samples in. Also, Earbubble is launching a men's line. So yes, we are doing it. We are working toward that direction. I want the audience to understand how long does it take to really launch a product. It takes about 2 to 3 months. One product, because it goes through certain steps. First, we'd like to design. Then we have to go into photography. Then we have to go into card creation. We have to go into box creation. We go into a lot of steps to get it to get it online or get it launched. So yes, we are launching a men's line, and that's in our. We do have some items that comes through. And also this year we introduced the engravable collection, which we did very well with it. I mean, we engraved a lot of stuff this year. So there's a lot. There's always plan in the work. I mean, we got a Monday call for start at 9 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock. Tuesday call, Wednesday call. My day off is on Friday.
All right, we have a statement from Investor 22 Relations with some questions. They say, we've been an investor for over a year. They're excited for the future. However, they've been questioning their money with you due to all the dilution. They'd love to keep all their money parked with you if you can gain some clarity on the questions below. All right. We need a roadmap for investors so they can see progress and goals being hit. The questions... So how can you address Investor 22 Relations and their concerns?
I mean, Investor 22, first of all, thank you for investing in BRGO. Okay, thank you for believing in us. Second, you got to read the filings. I mean, everything is in the filing. I cannot report to you daily. Okay, so everything is in the filing. We're not diluting. It stopped. We have little dilution going on. We have we have 80,000 left, like I just said, convertible debt. Otherwise, I mean, the company is solid. As I mentioned to you, we got a $9 million stockholder equity. Come on, man. I mean, it's a solid company. I presented this company for uplisting. They said, you're one of the strongest companies if you want to uplist. I said, let me think about it. But we got all the qualification to uplist to NASDAQ except one, which is the stock price. That's why we have to do the reverse. Otherwise, we got you're supposed to have 4 million, we got 9 million. We're supposed to have like 250 shareholders. I think we got 5,800. So I mean, it's just we were there. It was just there's no reason why you should doubt the direction we're going in.
Okay. Edwin 513 asks, how are your 2022 sales looking to date, including Q2? And Berge, you might have gone over this, but he's asking you to rehash this question as well. Are you going to 9 billion authorized shares at some point?
No, we're not. Okay, we're not. I repeat again, we're not. Okay, the only thing we're doing right now, I said we're going to register 1 billion shares for the S8 stock. That's going to be the stock option plan for our employees. That's it. Okay, it might be some dilution here and there, yes, but not going to be crazy 9 billion. No. We're not going to go there. Second, what was the first part of the question? I forgot the first part of the question, Anna.
Let me get that back. Sorry, it's moving around. Talking about the 2022 sales, looking to date. What are those numbers, knowing you don't know the exact number?
Well, listen, we're around $5 million now. The whole year, for half the year, between $4.5 to $5 million. So, but I think we're gonna fall between 15 to 20. Like I said before, I addressed this question many times before. Again, it depends on my trip to Vietnam. So it's a lot of moving element there. But the bottom line, I want to tell everybody, I mean, the reason for all these calls or all these questions, for one thing, you gotta trust the company. I mean, we're doing our best to move forward. There's no hidden agenda. We're not hiding from anything. We disclose everything in the filing. People should read the filing, not to read the stupid and those yo-yos on other platforms. They're only just writing. They're just writing for their own benefit. They have no clue what's going on. Okay, you know what's the funny part? I got a guy who calls one, and my associate picks up. He can't even speak English, and he's cursing left and right. I mean, the guy hang up on him. And guys, have some courtesy here, because I don't pick up the line. Okay, you send me an email, I don't see the email. The email goes through somebody and then comes to me. So you wanna be civilized? We are civilized here. Okay, you can talk, but don't believe your other guy that is trying to pump you up, and then you go and do stupid things. Like, I don't know. People said, "Oh, we can do more than you in business." Really? Then go open a public company. All right. I have one of those yo-yos that posting. One time he called me. I picked up the phone. He said, "Oh, I'm doing more than you in business." Really? So I can go be a public company then. So what do you want to invest? So anyway, that's where we are right now.
A few more questions from Andres Anez. What are management goals in the terms of milestones to increase shareholder value?
Like I said before, I want to do more acquisitions. I have to improve the top line. And eventually, by doing all these acquisitions, it will really benefit the shareholders. Right now, we're undervalued as a company. We have a $2 million stockholder equity. This company is supposed to be between $40 to $50 million on the low end. Okay, public companies are evaluated 10x. Okay, I'm doing a 5x, 45 million to 50 million. We do 2.5 million. We're already under. The only way we can do it is to get eyes, get proper investors, get institutional investor involved. But that's the problem with the OTC market. You get people come in. I know there's people that put a lot of money in. I'm not disrespecting people. It's just, but there's a lot of manipulation. I mean, like I see the stock trading. I see one market maker has 10,000 shares on it, gets hit 50,000 times and stays there. There's manipulation. I cannot play with that manipulation. So that's why we got to look forward. I'm always looking forward. I'm looking to acquire more companies, improve the top line, and be diversified. I don't want to stay in the digital world for all my business digital work, but it's a very volatile world. The digital world is not as people think. Okay, so we have to address like the situation with Facebook. It affected our sales. We should have done $5 million more sales last year, but because of that changes. So I cannot control that. So that's what we're trying to. I'm a believer. I tell that to my partners, even Jonathan, everybody. I tell them, listen, I believe in controlling my own destiny. I don't like when people control my destiny. I don't like those make-believe numbers, make-believe data, make-believe this all BS. For me, I believe it when I see it. Okay, so I'm a guy who controls my destiny. That's why when I came into this company, I became vertical. I control my destiny, and right now we're controlling everything we do. We still have some loose ends, yes, but we're going toward that path to control everything.
Berge, what do you see the share structure at when the convertible instruments are gone?
What do you mean, Trace? Where are we going to be? I mean, I don't see it going much higher. I mean, we're gonna. I don't know. We're not getting any new convertible debt. Let's put it that way. All right. So we might have something on the preferred D because we took that to be able to do the uplisting. But otherwise, we don't have any more. I mean, our balance sheet is quite clean.
Same gentleman asking, talking about future clients. Can you explain what your plan is, and are you licensing the best-selling items?
My future client, I believe, that's why I'm looking at the jewelry industry, is really to expand to go back what I used to do a lot, which is wholesale and manufacturing. So if I can acquire those companies that they are very well established in the jewelry industry, then I already have a name there, but it makes it easier to penetrate again, and then introduce our own manufacturing facilities in Istanbul and Armenia. I see potential there. Yes, I do see potential there because I mean the jewelry show just happened about 2 weeks ago, and they had a great show. But I don't know how good it is because during that show there was a 2,500 point drop on the Dow. So I don't know what is the. I really don't know the effect of it, but I heard it was a great show.
We have a question coming in asking what your current share position is. What percentage of the company do you own, and has that percentage changed over the last few years?
No, nothing's changed. I don't have shares. I don't have common shares. I think I have 17 common shares. I don't have shares in it, but I have the voting right in this company. I don't sell shares in this company. I mean, if I sell, I'll have to disclose it. I haven't sold a share in 13 years. So why so that's enough should show you the direction, because most of the CEOs, they go into OTC market, they just milk it and go out. I'm still here fighting. So I don't understand, so no, I don't have any shares right now. We have 17 or something like that.
We have some questions about the stock buyback. Are there any plans for that? And would this gain shareholder confidence?
Okay. I get that question all the time. All right, so stock buyback of what? I mean, if I'm gonna do acquisitions, if I'm gonna do move forward, if I have to fund those two companies that I have, which I have to fund them, okay, I keep on funding them slowly here, 50,000, 20,000, 30,000, okay. Why do I have to buy back and then I have to go get a note? I mean, it's not logical. The people that suggesting this, they're not in the company that understand how the company is operating. I have to be liquid enough so I can fund those two companies. That something like Aphrodite needs money, I have to send them money for, if they're short. So now if I want to go use my money to go do stock buyback for it to go up, then I have to go and get another note. So what have we achieved? So no, right now we only have one note left. I'm not worried about it. And it is what it is. $80,000. We'll figure it out, and then we'll go forward. If I have money coming in, I might buy that $80,000. Okay, I have the right. So, but let me see what comes in. I don't know. Okay.
Berge, do you have any closing remarks for everyone listening?
Closing remarks. Well, the way I would like to close is I am who I am. Okay. I'm here every day. I work from 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and everything is black and white. There's nothing hidden. And I beg everybody to really don't believe any other platform. They're all liars. They're all manipulators. And that's why it's affecting the stock price. Otherwise, if it's not the stock price, this company is beautiful. The only thing that is a hurdle is that stock price. And I'm going to address it, but I'm not here to pitch my stock. It's not my job. I'm here to do a job. And then it's up to the shareholder to do their due diligence to buy the stock, if they like it or not. Okay. Otherwise, it's a beautiful company. I love my company. It's not my company. Sorry. I love this company because it was my company before. I love this company, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm here to the end, and it's beautiful, and the direction is good. And we have a couple of moves. If the moves click perfectly, we're already a different company than 2 years ago. But if those two things click perfectly, we're going to be a totally different company. But we're working on it. Nothing has happened, but we're always in pursuit of opportunities.
Well, Berge, we do have a lot more questions for you, but a lot of them have been addressed. So to kind of save time for everyone, we will send them directly to you so you can answer on your own time. Obviously, a lot of interest, and this was a really nice discussion about the company that you are representing. And we thank you for your time and your thorough discussion and your honesty with everything. So please come back again with some more updates, and we wish you safe travels to Vietnam.
Anna, you're amazing, and it's my 4th time on this platform, and I thank all your staff, Ryan, everybody, they're amazing. Thank you for this opportunity again, and I wanted to do this specifically so I can get to clean the air and so I can do a better job for everybody.
Well, that's what we're here for. So thank you so much, Berge, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. What a great conference we had today. Remember that in just a second, you'll be redirected to the registration page for our next conference in 2 weeks. Stay on and reserve your spot early. On behalf of all of us at the Emerging Growth Conference, thank you to all of our presenters and our thousands of attendees from around the world for helping make this Emerging Growth Conference such a great success. Remember that there'll be a complete replay of this conference separated by company. That's going to be available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Emerging Growth Conference. Subscribe there and follow us on Twitter at Emerging Growth C. We always post new information to Twitter first. I'm Anna Berry. On behalf of myself and everyone who made this event possible today, we wish you a successful, happy, and healthy rest of your week, and we'll see you on our next conference. Thank you all for watching.